Hey everybody, Tim Dwyer here on a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Well. Now we have some more interesting stuff. Our good mate, the other post turtle from times past, Tom Rogers, the head of the Australian Electoral Commission, has now made it absolutely pea soup clear on how to vote. Well done, Tom. You and your post-turtle mates, fair dinkum. I just don't know how to explain the level of lunacy that has hit this country. It almost seems like I've always said for a long time that genius has its limits, but lunacy does not. And this, as we are operating in today in this country on every level of government and bureaucracy, is a further indication that lunacy knows no limits. All right, let me share the screen. Let me bring up this. And it all comes down to who you're going to trust. Who you're going to trust. It comes down to trust, people. And you've got to ask yourself the question of our government of recent years. Who can we trust? Now, when Liberal was in office and running rampant and shutting everything down and destroying everything this country stood for and shutting churches down and telling people to social distance and mask and take the jab and take the shot, it's safe and effective, only to find out that that wasn't quite the case. Wasn't quite the case. Couldn't trust them. Can't trust the medicos. Who do you trust? Well, it's okay. It's okay. We've got Labor now. It's all right. Elbow got in. Right? It's all going to be okay now. Well, question is, who are you going to trust? Now, Elbow said, you've got to trust me. We're going to implement absolutely every aspect of the voice to Parliament. And then Elbow says, well, I haven't read it. Why would I? Listen to what he said next was, I know the outcome. That means I would say that this referendum is going to be rigged like you could not believe because Elbow already knows the outcome. You go back and listen to him. He knows the outcome. Who do you trust? Let's have a look at this. In this book, the Red Book, the Annotated Constitution, Australian Commonwealth, 1901, the law of Australian Commonwealth, the Constitution is within this book. In 1986, these loons over here in, again, the Labor left, created this document. This is the corporate document of deception. This is the Annotated Constitution, Australian Commonwealth, but it's not. This book is legally separate from the Commonwealth. They said so in their own laws. I'll show you in a minute. So the people who are pushing the voice to Parliament are the same bunch of loons who created this document of deception. Same mindset, same political communistic run through. It's the left. Let's keep moving. There are two Commonwealths. Now you go, oh, Tim, you've showed us this before. Well, clearly you didn't figure it out. There are two Commonwealths, a corporate Commonwealth and the original non-corporate Commonwealth. Remember what I said? Two books, green and red, green and red. The corporate is in the green. The original non-corporate is in the red. This is clearly defined in the Public Governance Performance Accountability Act of 2013. They state in the small print that the corporate Commonwealth entities are legally separate from the Commonwealth. The non-corporate Commonwealth entities are part of the Commonwealth. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I are part of the Commonwealth. Elbow, Sleazy, Tom Rogers and all their crony mates, all their post-turtle friends, they are in the corporate Commonwealth. They are not in the actual Commonwealth. Moving right along. Now, this little voice from Voice for Parliament that Thomas Mayo and his communist mates want to put forward is an actual, and Elbow's pushing hard, and he's got his little mate, the leprechaun from Qantas, he's got him on side, he's got Tom on side, he's got all these people on side, right? But it breaches the Racial Discrimination Act of 1975, which is the United Nations Charter around the world, to which the Australian corporate Commonwealth signed up to. Have a look at this. In this convention, the term racial discrimination shall mean any distinction, exclusion, restriction, or preference based on race, colour, descent, or national or ethnic origin, which has the purpose or effect of nullifying or impairing the recognition, enjoyment, or exercise on an equal footing of human rights and fundamental freedoms in the political, economic, and social, cultural, or any other field in public life. Anthony Norman Albanese, I call you Elbow Sleazy. You, sir, have breached your own law. Labor Party, you have breached your own law. Every corporate body that is going out pushing this is breaching the Racial Discrimination Act of 1975 and leaving yourself wide open to be sued into oblivion in the international courts. Moving right along. Here's Elbow Sleazy. He has no lawful oath or affirmation of office. He swore an oath to the Commonwealth of Australia, her lands and her people. That is not the oath. He is not a lawful member of the Parliament because he didn't swear the oath. At law is operating outside the Commonwealth. He is impersonating a Commonwealth official. Now, Tom Rogers over here, Tom, he's the other post turtle. There's lots of them. The guy at Canberra's full of post turtles. Right? Tom Rogers, the head of the Australian Electoral Office, he is employed by the corporate Commonwealth, but he's a Commonwealth public official impersonating a Commonwealth public official. His elections and referendums have no lawful actual Commonwealth authority, only within the corporations. Is Tom trying to confuse people on purpose? I don't know whether you saw him on TV or not, or on any sort of streaming news. Tom says that if you tick, it could be a yes, but an X is definitely out either way. It's not a vote, right? Now, normally when we see a box, we're taught to either tick or put a cross in it. But no, not in Tom's thing. No. Let's confuse the crap out of people. Well done, Tom. You and your post-turtle communist mates, fair dinkum. I have just about had enough of this. This is just lunacy at the nth degree. No lawful oath, no lawful authority. And the people said no implied consent and the tyranny stopped. We've got to put a stop to these people. Here's a little bit of a ballot paper they put up as an indication of what to do, right? Blah, 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 ballot paper, do you recognise whatever the hell, right? A tick, well, it's questionable. It could be. A cross is definitely out. Don't worry about that. So here's what we do. No matter what the bloody question, because the first one will be a benign thing. It might be something along the lines of, do you recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in Australia? Now, every one of us would normally go, well, yeah, that's fine. I do. I don't have a problem with that. The minute you say yes to that, you have automatically said yes to the preceding questions. That's the way Elbow Sleazy has changed the electoral system. Let that sink in. So what we have to do is on every question, you take a pen to the electoral office and you write the word no in every bloody question these deceitful, lying, unconstitutional, unelected, deceiving people put to you. If you don't, they would look, they are vipers, they're snakes, they're cockroaches, they're scorpions. They will deceive you one way or the other. You see, the left comprises of the Labor Party, running The Voice, the backing of the trade unions, who are the communists, the socialists, the LGBTQWXYZ group are in the left as well. The World Economic Forum have got new gods for you. Yeah, you've got to get rid of the God and have their gods. And the United Nations, they've got more new gods, which is run by the Satanists. And if you think one word of this is a lie, you go and check it out. You go and have a bit of a dig around. You will find that Tim is right on the money. Who are you going to trust? See, I make nothing out of telling you this. Those that are pushing the voice are getting paid handsomely. Councils are running around throwing $40,000, $50,000 a council at promoting the voice for a yes vote. What's in it for them, I wonder? Oh, I don't know. There could be something in there. Who knows? I wonder how much Qantas got. And by the way, Qantas are giving free flights to those who want to go and push the yes vote. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Tim Dwyer. It has come to my sad attention that there is not one in public office in this country that I can trust. And they want to rewrite the history books. Ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself the question, when was the last time any government agency made life easier for you? When was the last time anybody involved with the government put more real money in your pocket? When was the last time your government gave you actually real health? Real health, right? Now, this other thing that they give us the other couple of years ago, that's only killed about 36,000 people in this country. The cure did. When was the last time you could trust anything? I mean anything that came out of a politician's or a public official's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, this country is full of lunatics that are being paid by foreign entities to destroy your life. You have a great day. You go and check these facts out. See if I'm wrong. Wish I was. Catch ya.